Hello and welcome back to the Altair campaign. I'm your host and GM Nineveh, and with me are Calculon and Soinnarios. Sorry, Kathea and Soinnarios.
Did you do that intentionally?
Yes.
All right. Yes, I am.
I'm the one and only Soinnarios.
There we go. All right. So last time we finished up our Dark Season adventure, basically all the aftermath of that adventure, and got you guys back home and kind of handling all the loot and that stuff. So we're picking up in Storm Season. Storm Season is, as I keep saying, the crappy part of spring, where the weather is highly variable. It can be really cold and snowy or really rainy and wet. And it's warming, but it's not warm yet. It stays pretty cool throughout it. It is kind of that season. You have a mix of thunderstorms, snow, cloudy days, sunny days, just kind of all turbulent. So we are eventually going to have the tribal fair, all thing blot gathering, whatever you want to call it, get together, shindig. But that happens during Orleans, the week of Orleans High Holy Day, which is near the end of the season. So we have most of the season for you guys to kind of accomplish your goals, if you have any, to do outside of the fair itself.
You have something, Soinnarios, or do you want me to go?
Go for it.
All right. I have a few things, but most of it's just kind of. I think Kathea's going to come back. She's going to kind of recenter herself after everything and just spend some time strictly back at her stead. This isn't big mechanically, but her sister-in-law, Inara, I think she's probably the person that Kathea does women's stuff with, spinning and stuff like that. Plus, probably gives Inara somebody to interact with and spends time doting on her niece and nephew and interacting with their brother. Not real exciting, but time there. She's going to go back and she wants to spend time working on her reading and writing for part of the season. And then she's also going to just kind of fall into the normal patrol. Maybe take a trip out if the weather's okay at some point to her shrine and tidy it up and take care of it and spend some time doing worship there after everything. That's pretty much it for the season. The same thing comes up for.
Sounds good. So you're just reconnecting with your normal life, more or less, like
Mm-hmm.
the day-to-day stuff.
Yep. And she finds that I think she's starting to realize that separation that she's created there. At times, she really needs to just kind of recenter, refocus. Like somebody died under her, and she's not overreacting. Well, I don't know if she's not overreacting, but she's not reacting the same she was before, even though his death ultimately goes back to her fault and resting on her shoulders at some level. But the way she handles that is rather than taking it in, she goes back and finds a way to try to drop into kind of a normal life like she would have had if she hadn't pursued her goddess.
Makes sense. Yeah, so you can spend some time doing that, and you'll be doing that sort of thing. So you'll check up on your the hides or stead that you live at, Three Hill Stead. You'll get a chance to kind of check up on people. So yeah, you'll spend most of your storm season working on those things that are relevant to your day-to-day life. So checking on your hides, writing patrol, meeting with the people that are under your watch, land, basically spending time with them, doing the sort of day-to-day things that you have to do to help them. But yeah, you'll spend your time on that, and that'll occupy, it sounds like, most of your season. You'll also have some time to continue working on your reading via like local tutors and stuff like that.
I have to. I can travel to Altair if I need to, but I think I can probably find somebody local.
You can, yeah. I mean, you can do a bit of both as needed, depending on what you want to, how you want to spend your time, and how much of it you want to be at your stead. But in any event, you'll be able to pursue that this season, so that's cool. Otherwise, yeah, like you'll at some point have to find a few days to like ride out to your shrine and tend to it and spend that money.
How much money do we spend on those?
25 lunars a season that it's active.
Okay. I'll go take care of that and spend money.
How checks aren't cheap, so they actually are cheap, but it adds up.
Spent my 25.
Nice. Yeah, but otherwise it's it. One thing that's been going on, I'm going to kind of toss at you, is that last year, you'll remember that Core Store and some of the other traders kind of talked to you about having your temple mint coins.
Oh, yeah. Forgot all about that, actually.
Right. And Colchis hasn't done that yet. She's kind of been holding off, but she is starting to consider it more strongly as the fair kind of approaches again.
I could talk to her and figure out what's going on behind that.
Yep, that'd be cool. Yeah. Give you an excuse to go to your temple, too.
Well, yeah. I assume I'm going to my temple at some point anyways.
Yeah, but on camera.
Oh, yeah.
So to speak.
Yes. So I will go meet coaches and ask, just kind of inquire about that, what the situation is.
Makes sense. She meets you. I mean, she has generally been pretty supportive of your like career with the cult. That's kind of her job, right? It's to nurture young Yolornans. Your friendship with her or your relationship with her has kind of shifted over the last year or so. Where you're still not on equal footing, right? Because you're not rune level, but you're closer. Having like gone on a unicorn quest and stuff like that puts you a lot closer to that. So your relationship has lost some of its like mentor overtones. But so when you ask her like what's going on, she'll tell you like she's been through her wanderers and people she knows, she's been keeping an eye on how this trade network is forming up and
Yeah.
seeing what it's doing. That she didn't want to back it until she knew how it was going to work out.
So is she feeling comfortable with it? What should I know about that?
Yeah, she's considering at the tribal fair, like making the announcement that that the temple will begin minting coins.
Okay. What was she concerned about before?
Mostly, she was concerned that the network would this like alliance of local Tarshites pushing back at like various lunar initiatives would be received poorly, but since it hasn't been for the most part, she feels a little more confident in throwing the temple's weight behind it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's something that you've kind of picked up on a few times with her is that the temple is important, and it's one of the few big temples that Yolorna has, but in the grand scheme of things, your temple is fairly small, and
Right.
so it tries pretty hard to stay neutral. It wants to like fight monsters and rescue people in distress and stuff like that, and spend less time getting involved in politics.
I think I've been playing a character that fits right in with that.
Yes, you have. I agree.
I agree 100% with her. I'm completely supportive of that idea, and I outright will say yes, 100%. That makes sense. I'm glad you thought of that.
Cool. So that's kind of been what's going on there. But yeah, she's looking at that as an initiative to start up. Otherwise, she's just the temple's been doing what the temple always does, right? It's keeping an eye on things, intervening in various threats. And while you're talking, she does mention to you, and you've probably to some degree noticed it because you've been involved in a couple of these things, that it seems like the Tusk Riders have been sort of a persistent issue the last couple of years.
You need to go back out and beat the Tusk Riders again.
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't mind that. I mean, they're dangerous, but also I have no love for them.
Right. Most people don't like them.
So next year, Tusk Rider raid.
Yeah, fight the Tusk.
Is there anything else coming out of the conversation with her that I need to know about? Or
nothing on that front unless there's something you want to ask about, in which case she'll talk
not
to you.
that I can't really think of it. I mean, we talk. Probably, I'm sure we talk some, and she's already aware of what we did. If she has any comments on that, that's fine. But otherwise, I'm sure she knows everything we did already. So
Right, yeah, she would know about your adventure, I'm sure.
but no, she knows that I'm heading off to deliver things back to Carol Finn. So if there's anything she has to say there, I don't know that she would.
Nope, she tries to stay out of the shadow of the mountain.
I'm taking fate into my own hands, or my own life and fate by going there.
Oddly, it's probably safer for you because you represent less, right? So like that sounds weird.
Yeah.
You have less formal power, and so it's
Right.
less likely to be viewed as like an encroachment.
Right. Also, I think being a rune lord naturally gives you more of a of course I travel around doing different stuff and head to temples that aren't mine than if you're a priest.
Yeah, definitely, 100%. So yeah, that's about it. So
Okay.
but
That's
I mean,
good.
she thinks it's a good thing to do, and
Yeah,
like
she's
most
not
people do. So
she's not pushing back or saying that's a bad idea. You shouldn't do this. Well, good. That's mostly what I wanted, was to feel like it made like I had support, like it was something that was seen as smart to do.
I've never said it was smart. I've never had anyone tell you not to do it.
Well, I meant from her. Yeah, I don't know about smart, but I mean, we're adventurers. I don't think we do anything that's smart just because it's smart necessarily.
Right. I hear that. Okay, cool. Is there anything else you want to do with this season, I guess?
Not that I can think of. I think I've covered everything.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Let's pivot to Soinnarios. Soinnarios, what are you doing with your time here? It's about 5 weeks of time, right? There's a week for the fair, and then 2 weeks after it, and then that's the end of the year.
Okay. I want to try to research decks if I can.
You're gonna spend the season training your decks.
Well, season 1.
I thought you said deck, like DECK. I thought you were building a deck on your house or something.
Yeah, no.
Not
Soinnarios is
to,
a big Magic player, like
yeah.
she's mono green. So
However that
yeah,
works.
you can start training your decks. Okay, so this is a 2-season process. It takes 2 seasons to train an attribute.
And I'm doing research instead of training because
Right. They're basically the same. It's just that research is a less likely to work.
but research is within the budget.
Research is free.
We have a big budget sitting over now to sure, but I'm not sure if we can spend it on this or not.
Dex training, characteristic training is kind of esoteric in a way. It's weird to think about, but just being like, I'm going to do a good weightlifting routine, sort of modern, sort of not. It depends on your culture, because the Greeks had like a pretty comprehensive battery of stuff, but not everybody did. But
Right.
it's not usually, some cults offer it, like specific ones. Usually you have to just find a person that was willing to do it to help you. Your credit may or may not be useful for that. You would have to investigate it to see if you could purchase that sort of service. Otherwise, training, like research, is free, but it sucks.
Is there do we still have caps on how far we can take attributes up based on other attributes, or is that not in place in
Not based on other attributes. The rules are int and size cannot be increased at all without magic, and dex can only be increased by like 50% of your starting score.
So if you figure out how to train, we could go train decks together. That's something I should work on. I need a better dex.
Well, I know why Soinnarios wants it.
Not too far to get another strike rank.
No, just forward planning. But
I was just thinking I could be faster, and that would be good.
right. In any event, Soinnarios, your training is free.
Yeah,
I see where you're
If you
doing
train
it.
it again at the end of C season, you will be
able to roll.
able to roll. Yep. You can't do any other training or research during that time. We'll still do adventures. I've never been into this whole like full seasons means you can't go do stuff. It's like, well, that's stupid. I saw someone talking about that with like in regards to like it's really hard to train read write because you have to take the whole season off and you can't usually skill it up. You just have to do research and training on it. It's like cool. I also like it when none of the link or my players can hit rune level in the campaign. Like but any event, yeah, so it works like a POW gain roll. That's how it works. It does not say you can just take a 1 on those rolls, but I'm cool with just taking a 1 on those rolls.
Okay. Yay.
Because otherwise it's just too spotty to be. If I want someone to use those rules, it needs to have some sort of like reasonably certain payoff. You can choose to roll 1d3 -1 or take a 1 just like power.
So it's your chance in increasing it, just like a POW gain roll too.
Yeah.
If you research it, so to train yourself, yes. If you get trained by an expert, it's automatic, just like a skill check. So if like you can find someone to train your decks, then you just get it, but it's expensive. So it's typically 500 lunars per attempt.
Okay.
Anywho, all right, cool. So you're going to spend some of your time. Can you tell me what this looks like? How do you improve your dexterity? Like, what are you doing over the course of the season to get this better?
Well, a part of it is swinging a hammer to build a deck.
Okay. It feels more like strength training, but okay.
No, but the accuracy with the hammer.
Yeah, the accuracy, yeah. I've seen some crazy carpenter nonsense before. So I've seen framers who were just like, I swing my arm out at full extension and hit that nail and drive it in one shot, and then take a step forward and do it again. It's like,
I figured with some building maintenance as well as maybe some running and sprints as well in the slick ice, like the melting stuff.
okay, so you're working on balance and speed, basically.
Yep, balance, speed, accuracy, all that good stuff.
All that good stuff. All right, makes sense. Cool. So but you're making a determined effort. So a lot of your spare time is being spent on this. You don't have a lot of spare time. So I imagine that some of it's going to be like, I'm pretty sure I can like stand on one foot and hop while I'm holding these babies. Like,
I figured I'd juggle babies.
Right. The stakes are meaningful. They'll focus the mind.
I mean, you can literally juggle babies. You got 3 of them, and you're strong enough.
That's cool. So yeah, you can definitely work on that. You are trying to get better at this thing. This mix of balance, speed, manipulation, and flexibility, basically.
And then leading a worship service at the Pelora
Okay, makes sense.
site. And then also with my cotters, Carls, whatever they are, getting to know them better. And then also with Baronth, getting to know their husbands. So also maybe that way we can figure out other clans and tribes that they are from. So I can be building my network.
Makes sense. Sensible. You're gonna be so disappointed when you learn some things about your mom this session. In any
No,
event,
What?
you'll be fine. Don't worry.
we haven't seen your mom in a while. I was
It's
looking
true.
forward to that.
But in any event, yeah, you can definitely do that, and you can spend some time. Obviously, household task management stuff is going to be time consuming, right? You were caring for 3 little babies who are getting bigger. They're almost they'd be like 3 months old roughly now. So that's pretty cool. Hey, they're getting a little more mobile, a little more like the wiggle.
To say mobile might be overstating it.
Yeah, I mean they can move their limbs about now. Like they're not able to walk or crawl, but like they're not just laying there.
Ubermenches.
Yeah, the one doing calculus is concerning, but other than that,
It's a goblin already.
like, oh no. Yeah, so that's gonna take up some of your time, but you can definitely do those things. Your Pelora temple or shrine, I should say, you can definitely do that. So I want both of you to put checks in your POW, right?
Yay!
Because you're both attending to your shrines this season, which is good and helpful, and subtracting the money.
Very good.
We did that.
Soinnarios, you are planning. I would assume that some of your time this season, on top of all this other stuff you're doing and networking things, is like you're considering what being a God Talker is going to look like for you, right?
Yes.
Okay, so there's one good thing that will happen for you here. Once you are officially a God Talker of Pelora, right? Part of your job is shrine tending, but you're not supported by your temple, but supporting the shrine will become a taxable write-off instead of just a thing you spend money on. So you can count the shrine expenditures as part of your tithe, yeah. Though you will also have to keep it running all year. You can't choose to deactivate it for a season.
Basically 25 lunars per season.
Right. But since your tithe is 200 lunars in order to maintain your lifestyle, once you're a God Talker, most of it will be in the shrine.
It's an expensive lifestyle there.
Being a noble God Talker is not easy. It's much cheaper if you're like a farmer, right? So 80 lunars a year instead of 200. But
you wanted to go and be important. You're important. It's expensive to be important.
I know. That's what money make money.
Let's see here. 5 minutes. Okay. Wow, you guys don't have much in the way of friends or allies.
What?
Working on it.
I'm looking at your clan numbers, and it's like, whew, you guys have a lot of enemies.
Who do we have for enemies? We only have the guys.
The Mandarin, the Emerald Swords, the Rain Blossom, the Blackstone of the Bakad, the
I've never heard of most of these.
The Tada, the Praxians, Tusk Riders, the Hydra. It's a long list. You haven't interacted with some of these. The Dinacoli ones you have only ever had to like ride when you were going to do things near their lands.
There are clans over there that don't like us.
Yeah.
We should go conquer them.
Blackstone and the Eldjaring just haven't come up much. The Blackstone of the Bakad and the Eldjaring of the Vantaros, they just haven't come up a lot. You've just kind of naturally not interacted with them much, which is useful. They're not your personal enemies; these are just clan enemies.
Oh, so
your
they're
friend
over
and allies list is about the same size as your enemies list.
Over in Aldershire lands. We've probably ridden through their lands or something.
Probably.
I assume you know where they are. They're not listed on here. I don't know which clans' lands are which, but
it's tough out there. All right, so of your Cotters and Carls, of the 5 households that you're kind of overseeing. By the way, I like the name. I saw where you wrote it down. I like 5 fields instead, more than 5 hide instead. So if you don't have a preference, I thought maybe you didn't because you like slashed it.
I had it written down the list. I don't remember which one was which.
Okay, yeah. So a hide is a measure of land, but a field sounds nicer. It's prettier. So go with that one. All right, cool. So, but of your 5 families, right, you have one of your male household leaders would be from uh, the Zerdavos, who are neighbors in your tribe. One of them is from the Dondering of the Prince Rose. His clan is famous for knowing the 7 songs in one. You don't really know what that means.
Not great.
Let's see here. You have one who is from the Badari, who are of the Ahmad tribe.
We know them.
So of your Carls, he's going to be your best fighter because they're a war clan, not a people. You would also have a couple that have just married in from different clans that aren't as closely allied to you. So we'll give you someone from probably someone else from the Prince Rose. So we'll give you one from Stag Shield, from the Stag Shield clan. They'll be part of an exchange program with Orstar.
They're our friends, aren't they?
Yeah, they are friends.
So everybody in our tribe is friends except for the
Except for
Mandarin.
Mandarin. Well, the
I'm
Blue
a-
Hill are just, I think, just not everybody in your tribe is a friend. Some of them are just allies.
Okay. I mean, friends, allies. I don't know.
Cool. All right, so that covers those. Is there anything else you wanted to do with this season?
That's a fair. Try to trade the one gem.
Right, yeah, we'll do the fair. I'm just
Okay.
outside of that.
Be a good mom.
Be a good mom. Okay, cool. Just give me a quick household management roll. See how you do.
96.
96. Okay, you're not my real mom.
Old enough to be doing that yet.
No, they're not.
Like 6 and 4 or something like that.
Yeah, they're not old enough to really give you that teen attitude. I was just joking anyways. That roll doesn't count for anything. The character's moral qualities are not dependent on your skill rolls. If you want to be a good mom, you can be a good mom. If you want to be kind of negligent, you can be kind of negligent too. I'm not here to stop you.
Well, come on, be a negligent mom. We all know when you want to be.
No, next year we're gonna leave to go adventuring.
Yeah. All you do is drink beer and go party. What a mess. Okay, cool. So all that happens. Great, wonderful. You all spend some time basically just like, we've been gone, we have stuff to do, we have roots in our community that we need to reconnect to, we have responsibilities to attend to, all those things are happening. And you engage in them for over a month, right? That's nice. And then eventually the fair will happen. The tribal fair is at the Blue Hill clan this year. So if you look at your little handy
We can look down into. We can enjoy the view of Snake Pipe Hollow from their lands.
Yeah, you can. And they're interesting because yeah, they have a border with Snake Pipe Hollow, which is awesome, and everybody loves that. And they also have like right where it says Toftaros, like right around there, there's actually a big hill. Again, if you look at your Dragon Pass, it's much more like the Gazetteer, it's much more obvious because it exists in that map and not in this one. Turns out the Guide to Glorantha maps are not complete. It's not surprising. They're large scale maps. But they have a big hill there that's the Blue Hill, right? That's what they call it, the Blue Hill. And that's kind of where their tribal meetings happen and where a lot of their clan meetings happen. It's kind of a sacred place, right? It has like a temple to Orlanth at the top of it. It's open air temple. They have their meetings around it or at the foot of it. So you guys will be there in this sort of stormy, turbulent time. It is otherwise sort of rolling hill, wooded, right? More so than where you live. Like you guys live mostly on like the bottomlands. They live in hillier, more woody terrain, so they herd more, they hunt more. They still farm, but they do less of it. But you've known the Blue Hill. You ride through their lands regularly. They're not new to you. So interestingly, I usually have you guys shooting a pretty straight shot from like the end of your river to the start of the Alder River, and that hill is right there. So we'll have to curve around it gently in the future.
Looks like we got the river bottom land, and we got the better land, probably.
Yep. And they have custody of one of the paths down to Snakepipe Hollow. So they do have a storm bowl, like in a higher than average number of storm bowls amongst them.
Cool. We have to we have to go over there and talk. Unless you want to, Soinnarios. You're the chattier one, but I might be better off chatting with storm bowls than you.
We should.
We could do it together.
Yeah, good times. So anyways, that'll happen, right? So you guys are going to leave Fieldstone and go to the tribal fair. There are accommodations, there are merchants, there are people here. Obviously, the queen and her retinue are here. tribal or the clan leaders are here. They form the tribal leaders, their notables in their clan, like so your clan chieftains and their retinues or important people in the clan kind of informally form like the ring for the queen. So like a group that advise her. The queen also has a retinue of people who are like permanent hangers on that provide different services. You are now at the bottom tier of the tribal players. That is not a reflection of your personal power, but rather your connect. Like you are powerful enough now to play at that level, but you don't have a lot of connections at that level, so you're at the bottom of that level. Not because you're necessarily weaker than the people at this level, but because you're not as built into it. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
Like you are up and coming players, so you are meeting people, you are forming connections, perhaps if you try at that, but you're not as like rooted in. You don't have jobs for the tribe and stuff like that. You may by the end of this fair have jobs for the tribe.
And I never said this, but I thought of it earlier and forgot to say it to you. I did plan to expand my normal, I go out doing patrols. Traditionally, it's been for the clan lands. I had meant in starting now to let those leak over into the throughout the tribal lands more, kind of expanding my connections there. Just FYI.
Okay.
Doesn't have to mean anything now, but just as more of a long term.
Right. No, I get you. 100%. So yeah, you've started to push your patrols out a little past your traditional borders.
Yep.
Makes sense. But yeah, I mean, you share a long border with the Mandarin. You share a long border with the Blue Hill.
I spend more time in the Mandarin lands. Part of the just riding through. No, I'm probably trying to establish myself as being an ally of theirs. I'm not going to be a friend, but I'm here as a tribal.
Right. Makes sense.
And yes, also to smooth things over.
Yep. Makes sense. Makes sense. Cool. Okay. So so the fair is, as we've seen before, right? There are a lot of people here. The whole tribe doesn't get together, but a majority of the tribe will pass through at some point if they're able to, or at least a representative for most households will show up, if only to purchase things and attend like worship ceremonies.
You want to go through the 4-H barn and check out the.
Yeah, there's all that. You can look at the animals. You can get, like a
fair food.
Yeah, fair food. My brain just blanked. I was trying to reach for any example of fair food, and it was just like, nope, you've been eating it since you were 3. So cool.
Deep fried.
Yeah. Everything.
Yeah.
Deep fried Oreos. Which one of them is really good. 2 of them is entirely too much. So
True.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, there's food, there's entertainment, there's singers, dancers, stuff like that. Musical instruments. Not bands per se, but the players and entertainers. Yunor is there.
Does Yunor go over and tell a good job of telling our tale? We should have talked to him ahead of time about it. He should make us look good.
Do you want Yunor to be involved in telling your story?
I mean, wouldn't he do a better job than we would?
If he wants to.
Yunor would be technically more proficient at doing it, yes.
He's done well for us in the past, hasn't he? Didn't he go on the entire adventure with you and do well for you? Why do you doubt him?
He disappeared at times. I don't know what he did.
That's true. I pointed out, I was like, he didn't cause you any trouble at all, which means you don't know what he did.
Like, we didn't know where he was.
Yeah, but no, I'm trust him might be staying a bit too much. I'm not that stupid. But he's been part of our cohort since the beginning. I would be okay with him, out there compose, because I mean, we're not going to compose our own song. I might tell my own story when I get a chance, but he could certainly compose a song about us going off and being elf friends and Crab Lake, and since we're going both directions there, elves and trolls, our adventurers.
You've even had friendly interactions with dwarves.
Yeah, we have. I mean, we're awesome, and everybody should know it. The more everybody knows it, the better. Being awesome is not nearly as important as being awesome while everybody knows you've been awesome.
It's farming reputation over there. Yeah. Yunor would be happy to compose verses just for you.
I can't grow. I'll slip him some change.
Here, have some coppers.
Get some bulb.
No. I'll get him some good beer. Not that stuff that my cousin makes.
Fair cop.
It's getting better.
It is getting better. Okay, so Yunor will sing about the band there, as far as that goes. We'll see how that plays out over the course of the week. Okay, so obviously, like I said, there's all the general stuff, right? There are shops, there are merchants setting up to sell things. there are people around. Outside of like going to Aldature and like surfing for rumors, this is one of the better times to learn things about what's going on. It's definitely the best time period to learn things that are going on within the tribe. There's a good chance to buy, sell, barter,
Yeah.
trade things, right? It is a good time to engage in various, more so for Orlanth, but like various religious oriented services, and a good time to network with people. How do you guys want to pursue some of that? Like, I appreciate Ynora's going to be putting down the word, some dulcet tones, and sick beats.
Well, I'm shopping for boots for the cotters.
Okay, makes sense.
They got new cotters to get boots.
Start the list over. Year 1, boots.
They go with everything. You need boots. You need good work boots.
That's fair.
But I'll be looking for throwing it out there. Also, if I see Corstar, see if he knows anybody that has a good magic gem to trade.
No,
Or
that
someone's-
makes sense. He would be a
or
good
some
place
sort
to
of-
start because he was involved in organizing like that merchant alliance, right? So he would naturally know a lot of merchants.
Yes,
Okay, cool.
exactly.
So you can talk to Corstor. So he'll meet with you. Like you catch him in a crowd or something. He's like, oh hey, how you doing? Blah blah blah. You know, all that stuff.
All right.
So specific.
He's like, good.
Sorry about Hellmill.
Uh,
I already did that part.
yeah. He goes, yeah. He goes, no, it's. He was on. I mean, he'd already taken a fair number of steps down that road. I don't think there was a happy ending for that man.
Nope.
He got what he wanted in the end.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
Changing topics to the magic gem. And then I show etches of my children.
What family I have? Aren't they nice?
Too bad you couldn't be part of it.
Could have been if you picked them.
I know.
Wah.
So funny to me. It's just, oh well, choices and consequences. I don't know that your choices are bad. But yeah, Court Store will. He kind of tells you like, well, magic items are sort of a little harder to trade, right? They're not usually in common circulation. It can be hard to put values on them. I'll look into it for you.
Thanks.
And then he tells you that, well, of course, we're all friends, right?
Yes.
Just for
I consider you a friend, and I would hope you consider me a friend too. But if you could put in a word for me with, he'll call it, I need to give her a name real quick. Damn it.
person.
Yep, we will name her. He calls her, he says, if you put in a word with me with Miss Yolinda, is one of your clanmates.
Who is this?
What kind of word?
He gives you like kind of like a sheepish grin and says, I hope a good one. Yolinda is an earned voting who is your guys' age, but she's never been one for the adventuring life, right? And is currently single.
Aha.
And she is also from so there are 3 bloodlines, right? In your clan. Yours is the biggest and most powerful. The chieftain's bloodline is second. And then the 3rd bloodline has less power, but it's older. It's been prominent for longer. It has deeper roots, like more named people that they can trace their lineage back to, but less actual power. She's in that one. She's in the 3rd.
Okay.
Of course.
And of note, lots of people don't have a bloodline. Bloodlines are prominent extended families. Lots of people are just clan members, and they don't have a specific bloodline of note. But those are the big 3, and she's in the 3rd one. The deepest roots, least power.
Am I here with you on this or not?
Mm-hmm. It could be.
I want to talk to him at some point. I don't know if it's when we're together, when you're with him or not.
We'll have a ton of time, and we can do more than one little scene.
No, I will definitely
Linda.
put in a
She's
good word.
your age, single, dark-eyed, dark-haired, all that stuff. So
What was that? Was that judgment? Are you judging our cousin? Or
Indeed,
is she
that
our
kind of
cousin?
girl.
What?
No, yeah, it's fine. Soinnarios is still practical enough. Like, okay, we still get the same result. So
yeah, you're the one who closed that door. So
Yeah, I was
don't
gonna
get
say it. It's your fault. I don't know where you're. Yeah.
hey, I'm okay if I move on, but if he moves on, that's different.
right. No, you're supposed to be hung up on me.
I think I've met that kind of person before. It's been a while.
Yeah, nope.
Anywho,
I definitely will.
cool. So yeah, he's good with that. So he'll move on figuratively and literally. for his day. Yeah, so he'll look into it for you and he'll bring something back. Okay, what's next on the agenda?
Oh,
We have a week. We don't have to do everything all at once, so feel
Yeah.
free to let things play out a little too.
Yeah. I do want to, with Kathea, at some point during the week, maybe not now, talk with the Storm Bulls, because
I think
Snake
Storm
Pipe-
Bowls or something.
well, Snake Pipe Hollow sounds fun.
I'm going to bring this up before we meet him. I think Storm Bowls might be somebody to talk to about your gym, too, because they are the type that will be going out and doing things that might get them something.
That'd be good. Plus, I was thinking about maybe recruiting for not next season, but the following one with the elves.
Yeah. Well, or if we go to Snake by Apollo, it might be nice to have a Storm Bowl.
True.
Since we have an idea, the Sacred Time elf one is most likely chaos.
Yep. I think we could use the Storm Bowl for the next couple because I think we're down right now.
We don't trust Umaki to perform.
He had a rough life.
Not before us.
I say mostly our fault. Probably mine. I'll even shoulder it.
Yeah. And then connecting with the other tribal people. So we're moving on up.
You gotta sing the song while you do that.
If we move up, I will.
Okay. Cool. So you want to talk to the Storm Bulls, it sounds like.
Yes, absolutely. We're gonna go make friends with Storm Bowls.
Okay, so after you have your meeting with Core Store and you kind of have taken in the sights and things, you'll go talk to the Storm Bulls. There are several Storm Bulls here.
Yeah.
One of them, so of the 4 that are here, 3 of them look. So there are 4 here. 3 of them look like regular people, right? Like they have like some armor on, even here, right? They're carrying weapons, even here, but they look initiates, right? But there's another man with them named who looks more impressive than them. His armor is nicer. He has an iron weapon. He's got horns on his helm. That sort of look to him. He has lots of tattoos of different, not just runes, but just like bowl imagery and things as well. So you would take him to be more of a rune level than the others. But you can certainly meet with them. They're not hard to spot.
They stand out.
It's still fairly early in the first day, so they're not just like roaring drunk yet.
Yeah, let's go talk.
Yep, we'll go up and introduce ourselves. See if our reputation precedes us.
Makes sense. Ooh. So okay, I'll make a couple reputation rolls for you. See how it does. Ooh. No. It's just I checked for each of you. One of you did well and one of you did poorly. Kathea already knows it's not her sense in her heart. Yeah. So you two approach. Kathea, you obviously you're here you have a star with you, right? Like all the time. That's like he's like a companion sort of thing, right? Like he's like are they just called companions? In the Herald Mage books, Mercedes Lackey.
Oh, I don't know anything about that.
They're like, I mind meld with the horse. It's beautiful and white and has blue eyes and telepathic powers, and then we're like heralds together. Those are some extremely 80s books, but I read a lot of them when I was a kid. In any event, yeah. So like you have like, your unicorn with you, you have like silver stuff, silver armor, silver weapons. You're obviously important. People recognize that. So like you're obviously like they look at you, you can tell when they see you approaching. Like 2 of the initiates like trade like sidelong, like they like talk out the sides of their mouths to each other real quick, and then one of them shakes his head. And it's like they know you're important, they don't know who you are. But Soinnarios, one of them recognizes you. So like as you're walking forward, and I assume you're wearing like nice clothes and things, you're nobled up, right? So you have all your like fancy torques and necklaces and armbands and all that jazz. Because you own like it's a lot of money now. You have a couple of silver torques, you have the requisite noble jewelry plus some other stuff. Like you're pretty heavily blinged at this point. One of them recognizes you. And so as you're walking up, dressed, all that stuff, like and approaching, one of the initiates comes forward a couple steps from the group and raises his hand to you and says, "Well met, Soinnarios of the Invoting."
Thank you.
So he goes, he kind of like he thinks for a moment, and then he's like, I will introduce you to my con. He says con, and you're like, that sounds like a Praxian word, because it is. Like,
Gee.
but it's foreign sounding, and then you see him like think for a moment as he turns to like bring you forward, and he goes, and your cousin?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I know who Soinnarios is. Doesn't she usually travel around with the Unicorn Rider or some sort of Yolornin or something? Yeah, like, that must be you. Like, cool.
Fair enough. I'm not.
You're very slightly less famous. You just got a bad role compared to a good role.
It's all right. I'm not even too put out.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
I don't blame you. Like I said, they obviously recognize that you're important. They just don't know which of the writers you are. There's only a handful in the area. So he brings both of you forward and introduces you to his Khan. So this is Karath Bullhorn, Khan of the Auroch, Khan of Aurochs, Khan of Stormbolt. He's, like I said, big guy, beard, relatively short beard, lots of tattoos, wearing armor, carrying weapons, even here. I'm at the tribal fair. And he introduces himself, like his like initiate introduces him. He says, "This is Karath Bullhorn, Khan of the Stormbolts. These are Soinnarios and Kathea of the Arnfoni." So
Hey, say hello and greet him and his entourage. And say, one, we want to make acquaintances. Well, whereas we have not done anything near you, we have fought chaos before ourselves and know some. Yeah, once. It's true.
We really haven't dealt with that much chaos in this, have we?
Mm-mm.
Weird.
But we know we want to and need to fight up more, and we may have to venture into Snakepipe Hollow or face them again with some of our elven friends after a while. What?
I was gonna say, do you point out the fact that you may need to go into Snakepipe Hollow to search for something to do with your cult stuff? You don't have to be specific, but it might be worth something bringing up because this is why we're going there, not just randomly.
Yeah.
Just an idea.
For Ernalda, Flora, may have need for me to go into Snakepipe Hollow to retrieve something.
he sort of, like, when you mention the hollow, like going there, he kind of frowns and he hums at what you're saying, and he goes, "You're both certainly quite forward." He says, "The hollow is a horribly dangerous place, but I won't tell you not to try. There's plenty of chaos in there to kill."
It could have been more forward, I guess.
We haven't actually asked him for help. He's just like, "Yeah, good on you. Go get him." You know, like, that's awesome. But he'll tell you that he has the Stormbolts of his clan and of the tribe really hold a pathway into the hollow called Varna's Path. It's big enough to ride horses down, but it's fairly steep, switchback. They keep it. There is a shrine to Stormbolt at the top of it. He recommends, he says, if you ever wish to descend into the hollow to do battle, stop by our shrine first. We can at the very least bless you, or we may even have warriors who want to go.
That would be good. We know chaos requires a certain tenacity and ferocity and strength, as well as cunning, that you and your men seem to have.
Roll a charm roll. I see what you're doing. Roll a charm roll. See how it works.
It's good you're doing this and not me, probably.
Hopefully, not my best social skill.
It's still quite a bit better than mine.
Dang it. By one.
Boost.
Okay, nice.
Missed it by one.
So close. Okay. He gives you a surprisingly tight smile. Like, it doesn't really touch his eyes. And he's like, it does take work to fight in the endless battle.
Yep.
I mean, he kind of
We'll
doesn't
see.
leave you a lot. Like, there. Like, he's just like, yep, it does take a lot, doesn't it? And you're like,
We will make sure to reach out if and when we head out that way.
so I will look forward to it then. And he gives you kind of a nod.
Sorry.
From up here, have they noticed? I've heard rumor of more Tusk Riders in the area and being a continual issue, and it's coming to my ears. Just curious what they've observed.
He sort of thinks about it for a moment and kind of like rubs at his beard a little and says, truthfully, they don't raid into the hollow. There's softer pickings almost everywhere. So I haven't seen much activity, but I've heard the same thing you have, that they have been more active, especially in the last couple of years. And now that you're discussing it, you'll remember that 2 years ago, one of your clan omens in Sacred Time was like around like boars and tusks and things. So they have been more active.
All right, just something. I thought you might have some insight. I lost it. Whatever I was headed.
Okay, that's cool. All right, so you've met Korath Bullhorn. and he seems to be thoroughly neutral on you guys.
Way to miss by 1% there, Soinnarios.
He didn't lose anything. He just didn't gain anything. Like,
Yeah.
his default opinion of like random people who are like, I want to fight chaos is like, cool, prove it, right? Like, so but you didn't close any doors. You just didn't open any. But hey, he knows you, so that's something. Okay. So it takes a little time, but it's really just a short meeting. You're with him for like 5 to 10 minutes. I'm kind of chatting, covering the basics, and you guys part ways. Interestingly, like roll insight rolls for me. Actually, just we'll hit these. You're going to be making a fair number of these.
I didn't say much there. I got a special insight
Okay,
roll.
good. Okay, missed again. All right, Soinnarios, you're just distracted. Chorustor got all up in your business. Like you really rattled you.
Well, she's just better at that. She realized she failed to charm them, and so she's distracted.
Right? She's like, wait, what did I do? What did I say wrong? Yeah, but so in any event, Kathea, you were quieter in that conversation and watching more. Big things you pick up on are that one, when he was talking about the Tusk Riders aren't raiding into the Hollow, you saw two of his followers like trade glances at each other. You think that what he was telling you is true, but not the whole story. But deeper than that, your impression of Koroth here, so for a Stormbolt, he's very level-headed, and you think probably pretty intelligent.
I mean, he's probably the first Stormbolt Con I've ever met. Also, so he violates the stereotype.
Yes, he's not. Yeah, he seemed level-headed, controlled, aware that Soinnarios was attempting to butter him up, like
and completely immune to it.
Relatively immune to it. You think he may have strategically withheld information.
Okay.
So you're like, like, okay, this guy's like a sharp operator. He's not just a big berserker. He's probably also a big berserker, but
he can be both.
Right, he can be both. He's like, I can be canny when I need to, and I can also freak out and break everything in a room, like as needed.
All right, I'm not going to bring it up and confront anything with him, but yeah.
But just so he has something of a read on you guys. You have a read on him as well. Good work. Way to go, team.
Well, there's a chance. Go ahead if you have other stuff. I'm going to go back and talk to Chorustar at some point.
Yeah, it's cool. We can do that now. We're just kind of like flipping through our list of things.
Yep.
This may actually take a while. If you guys really want to like really seriously hobnob and meet lots of people and have lots of little conversations, it could take us a while to get to the fair, and that's fine.
I'm mostly going to talk to Chorustar and let him know that we have made the decision that Coach just made a decision to start minting coins as asked. So that will be going forward, letting him passing that on.
Okay. He'll I mean he
because I think he asked
at that news and says, yeah, thank you. I'm glad that I know that your temple is often cautious, and I think rightly so. But I'm glad that you're throwing in now that you've seen how it's going. And he explains to you too that like things are going well. Like a lot of the clans have kind of signed on and are working together a little more tightly, and the Lunars haven't seemed too put out by it all. So
good. I'm glad things are going well. If there's anything else we need to talk about, we can. Probably small talk, but I can't think of anything specific that would come up.
Yeah, that's cool. Chit-chatty, maintain your relationship, etc. Yeah, makes sense.
If you ask me to say something nice to my clan member, I'll do it too. If he doesn't bring it up, I won't know about it.
He does not.
Okay. I'm not the one he's going to ask about this relationship stuff.
Right. He's like,
maybe not the right person to have speak up for me.
Right. Not your wheelhouse,
Hurt.
Deeply wounded by this incredibly accurate assessment.
No, I get along great with everybody in my clan, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think
You're not someone he would turn to for help with romance.
Yeah, I'd probably be the wrong person for that.
Yeah, he's like, I know you like, and like, it's funny because you, like, Kathea loves romance, like, in other people. But he's like, yeah, we're good.
She goes home and reads romance novels at night.
Oh, goodness. Is that how she's practicing?
I mean, that's probably the reading level she's at right now.
You could probably read the Founding Cycle. It's sort of romantic.
There you go. She says I want it for herself.
Makes sense. There are several camps of influential people at the fair. The first camp, the most powerful camp, are tribal luminaries, okay? So this is Queen Conrella Redwine. She is a generally bellicose woman. She is a god talker of Marangor. She was elected to the position of the Queen of the Tovtaros after the lunar invasion. You know, just from being adults in this society, that she was chosen in part to say, like, hey, we're not electing an Orlanthe king to be hostile to you, but we still have teeth, right? So she's kind of a statement by your tribe that, like, we're not hostile to you, but we're also not rolling over.
We should. I don't know if we can meet with her or something since we're headed to the Earthshaker Temple area.
It would be an option. You could try.
We could try.
Your options would be to reach out to your aunt, Yagana, who is also a Gattaca of Marangor, to try to arrange something, or to work through her retinue. The queen's retinue is a group of like influential people who kind of hang around her all the time, right? That form part of her roving court. There are also like a cloud of lesser advisors, helpers, bodyguards, things, stuff like that. But the key figures in her court, so to speak, are Scribe Bolmanos, the Law Speak. These will go up on the wiki eventually, so don't feel super pressured to take a lot of notes. I just didn't get there today.
And you don't have to put these up because I can tell you, unless Soinnarios has a different opinion, Kathea would probably first think of even though I'm the least tied in directly to the clan, my first thought is probably to pull on my clanmate, my aunt.
Right. But these may be useful for other things too.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Especially going forward as you guys are more involved in tribal affairs.
Yes, absolutely.
So Scribe Bolmanos, he's a law speak, so he's a priest of Lankermai. He is a keeper of the traditions and laws of the tribe.
Okay.
There's Kivrella Bloodhaft. She is an axe maiden, so Beaster Gore, Rune Lord. She's the chief bodyguard of the queen. She heads up the queen's like security and thanes and things. She's also the queen's executioner if that role is necessary. There is Melina the Seer. She is a shaman and advises the queen on various spiritual matters. There is Mornal the Fool. I wonder what sort of god he worships. He's a priest of Ermal. The going rumor is that she has the queen has him, like, she's got his stones in a vice grip, like, quite literally. How that works, you're not sure, but there you go. I know how it works. It's actually mechanically true and possible. So it's an interesting mix because she's not an Orlanthe, so she can't bind him the way the Orlanthe kings can, but she apparently has other leverage. Last of the five is Dargo Puretone. Dargo is a priest of Denander, the god of music and instruments and performances. He is the queen's herald and diplomat.
Okay. Excellent.
So it's kind of the courtly retinue. So if you wanted to speak to any of those people, you could. They would possibly represent the queen if you wanted one. Beyond that, there are leaders and notables from each of the five clans. You know yours, obviously. Your chieftain, Era Sablefur, priestess of Yolorna Colchis, just kind of one of your clan dignitaries, even though she's not actually from your clan. Igana is one, Godtalker of Marangor, and Kamalethna is another.
Who's that?
Soinnarios' mom.
Oh. So anyhow, I'm going to talk to, probably would have thought of this before we got here, Coaches and our aunt that's the Marangor. And just mention, we're planning on heading off there in sea season and get my aunt's feel, first of all, for anything I need to know, but also say, hey, kind of just note this is a way to get a little bit of a conversation going with our tribal queen, or is it not worth it? Kind of fill out my local clan people first of, does this make, and Soinnarios, feel free to pipe up here too. Unless you're going to let me go out and like embarrass myself on my own.
No, you're doing fine.
You're doing fine, buddy. Take another step out on that ledge. Looks good. Love it.
Training communication skills so I can become a mover and shaker in the clan and not just a...
Colchis would have advised you to talk to Yagana first.
Who I will.
So that's kind of how that's the extent of her input is talk to Yagana.
Okay, fair enough. I will talk to Yagana.
Yagana pretty much tells you, she's like, I could probably...
Well, I ask her if it's a good idea, right? Even because I basically talked to Yagana first about I'm going to go do this and see is there anything I need to know about this, and we can deal with it when we head off. But I'm going there. I'm figuring that somebody that's a god talker of Marangor can give me actual advice if I need anything.
Right. Yagana tells you to take a peg. Be prepared to lose it.
To pay them with.
Yeah, and she tells you to, like, she's like, you can talk to our queen, and if she gave you um a seal or a message, right, like, or something like that, it would definitely increase your ability to give you more clout at the temple while you're there. But you'd have to go talk to the queen.
Do you think that's worth it?
Could be, but if you want to go do that, I wouldn't take. I'm not going to be able to help you with that
Okay,
because we don't get along that well.
great. What do you think, Soinnarios? I feel like maybe I'm getting above myself here, and I should just not.
Let's go to talk to Dargo,
Who was Dargo?
the musician, Harold.
The Donador guy? Yeah. Maybe he's heard my song, and it was really good. I hope.
It was really good.
Yeah, I bet you did well. I hope you did well.
Did write a nice song. You wrote a very proficient composition.
Yeah, we're such a good, whatever he is, cousin.
Yeah, I think anybody who's not, like, you have, like, your close cousins, and then, like, the rest of the clan are, like, cousin, like,
Yeah, I figure everybody, even if we're not, well, we probably are all our cousins at some level, but they might be,
pretty distant.
fifth cousin 5 times removed or what.
Yeah, so, like, you and Soinnarios are close cousins.
Yes, I mean we're first cousins.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, you guys, the two of you can approach Dargo Puretone if you want. You can find him. It's not hard to find him. He's one of the of the entertainers that are playing and stuff. He is out doing that sort of thing. He's talking, glad handing, playing music off and on, singing, right? That sort of thing. He's easy to spot. He has nice clothes. He's carrying like a lute, right, or a lyre, probably a lyre, and is pretty visible. He has jewelry on and things like that. Not a hard man to spot.
Cool. Well, we stand out as something special and different.
Yeah, for sure.
Are you with me on this, Soinnarios?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Teamwork.
I know.
Makes the dream work. Yeah, and this time things go a little differently. So as you're
See if he recognizes me. Probably not.
He does recognize you. You won the roll that time. You're both in the like 40 to 45 range, so like it's more likely that neither of you will be recognized and that both of you are recognized.
I thought I'm only a 40, yeah. And there's no bonus up or down for tribe, right? We have a bonus in our clan. As small as our clan is, it's
weird to me that you have a bonus in your clan because everybody in your clan should know one another.
That's what I was
thinking. I
don't
really know why it's built that way, but that's how it's built.
Almost seems like I should have a bonus in my tribe and then have nothing in the surrounding area. But oh well.
Probably. I'll think about it.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't worry about it now.
I just implement it as raw, but that's one thing I was wondering. I was like, why do you get a bonus with reputation? Everyone should know everyone in a clan.
Yeah.
There's not that many people. Like,
yep.
But in any event, that's where we're at for now. But this time, so he sees you guys walking up, right? It's obvious to him that you're important. Again, this is just you're wealthy, you're important, you have stuff, right? Soinnarios is obviously very wealthy. Kathea, you have a bunch of Yolorna stuff, including a unicorn. So you're obviously both people of importance. But he recognizes Kathea this time. So he turns and addresses you, Kathea. He sweeps an arm out to include both of you, and he's like, "Oh hell, women of the clan, like women of the earned voting." Like he's like, "Kathea, I've heard tell of you, and this must be your cousin." So
I introduced my cousin, Soinnarios. Hey, just think of it. The high-ranking entertainer knows me, and the berserkers know you. I think it's fitting. Anyhow, I greet him and try to do my best to small talk a little bit first and not jump straight to other things, but do try to work around just to mention that we're heading off in sea season towards Carol Finn. I think we probably, if we talk naturally, tell them a little bit about our stuff with the elves and all, and let it lead naturally into not just jumping into it. And we're going to Carol Finn. It's more like, well, blah blah blah. Oh, by the way, these guys were wiped out. We knew they were living at the base of Carol Finn. I'm planning sea season to take their remains and effects back to there, and been seeking some advice for what I would need to know as I approach the Earth Shaker temple. I'll let it kind of hang there and let him draw the conclusion. I'm not going to directly ask.
Right.
Basically, I'm going to try to put him in a position where he at least, kind of infers it.
Right. he like picks up what you're putting down. You can see him. He sort of gives a little like theatrical look of like, I understand, right? And then he says, having gone to the Earthshaker Temple once,
Yeah.
I can give you some advice.
Okay. I appreciate you.
He said you should take a suitable sacrifice. So that is a temple that thrives on blood. You
I
prefer
heard
to
to
see an animal than yours.
I-
Pig would be good, sacred to the earth. That makes
Okay.
sense. Just he says if you go and you have an honorable purpose, and you're being straight with them, right? You shouldn't have any problems. They are fierce and frightening at times. Don't flinch. He goes, you know some Marangor, I know.
Yep.
And many of the Marangor are women who have had no other path to power but to develop their own personal strength, right? Like that's how the Marangor cult works. They give up the things that tie them to the community in order to become powerful. And it is a process of giving up. Like that's like they had other options maybe, but they weren't good ones. The Babistar are a little different. But they're there too. But generally speaking,
Always the Babistar Gore.
don't show weakness. Don't be overbearing. Don't be proud, but don't be,
Be confident.
right. If you show them those sides of yourself and if you have a reason to be there, you shouldn't have any problems.
Okay. Well, I appreciate that. I was hoping that was the truth, but I thought, well, it's better to learn everything you can in advance, especially from tribal members and friends, people who we can trust, buttering him up more.
Do you want to roll a charm check?
It's not going to hurt me when I fail it, is it?
Failure won't.
Is there anything I can boost that with to have a chance of succeeding?
Is there anything you think would work?
How about I have a tribal loyalty, I believe.
Yeah, you could use that.
Let's do that. Oh yes, I rolled no too. That gives me a big bonus. I think it's 50%. Yep, it is because I have a 64%.
Put a check in your loyalty. Remember that, and I will say this: when you use your loyalty to get something out of the tribe,
Yes.
you put a check in it,
Yes.
which can potentially increase your tribe's ability to get things out of you.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's a two-way street.
Okay. Well, it's really good. I got 50% bonus because that allows me to make it.
Oh, nice. So you succeeded. Okay.
My 30% normal charm skill.
Yeah.
But now it's 80 because I'm like, yeah, I'm doing this for the tribe, and I want to make us look good, especially since we have a priestess. Or is she a priestess? Yeah, she's Babistar Gore, who's our I kind of play that up. Our I want to make sure we look good there since we're led by
Marangor.
Yeah, Marangor. Yeah, I was getting back to getting it correct.
No, you're good. Yeah.
I personally did not succeed in my communication role, but
your loyalty gets you.
No. I mean, I personally didn't. Kathea did, but I was stumbling around myself.
No, I understand. I feel you. Okay, cool. He'll kind of hem a bit while you make small talk, and then he'll offer, if you're interested, I can probably find some time to introduce you to the queen, to have an actual talk. Like, and this is, and he points out, like, this is the tribal fair. This is the time to bring things to the queen that go across the clan and the tribe. So it won't be hard to do, but it will be, you'll get more attention if I bring you to her.
Absolutely. I appreciate that very much. Yes, thank you.
Because yeah, of course. Because you two have been on the rise. He says, I look forward to hopefully someday once you've finished your adventures with the elves, you'll let me look at your scribe's notes.
Yes, absolutely. I don't know. Do I have a scribe?
I don't know.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. She wasn't there last time, but I won't bring that up. Well, have you heard our clan? I don't want to bring that up because I don't know if I've heard it yet.
No, I have an Molly working on it. Don't worry.
Best story ever.
All good. Okay. Cool. So that kind of closes. Like he'll chat with you guys for a while, but he doesn't have anything particular that he wants from you, and you've kind of asked for what you want from him.
Yeah.
So.
But we'll try to make it small. Like I'm trying not to just jump to the point, unlike my cousin.
They were storm bulls.
Yeah, but he was more intelligent than us, probably.
Probably.
So is my mount, by the way.
Yes. No, I mean, you're both of like average-ish intelligence, right? Like,
yeah. Estar has an intelligence of 17, though.
Yes, your horse is very smart. Your unicorn is very smart.
He's now the party leader.
Right. Okay, so you two circulate some more, and eventually Core Store will get back to you. Scenarios.
Hey,
So he'll give you kind of a rundown here of people. He sort of like put out some feelers, talked to some merchants, and like he kind of told you, like, yeah, a lot of these things aren't in the possession of merchants per se, but they know like who to talk to. So he probably wouldn't have said per se, but whatever. Just roll with it.
he might.
He
So
might.
so of the yes, Orlanthi frequently fall back to like Latin like in their conversation.
Well, we also aren't speaking English in it,
I
but you
know,
know
I
what?
know. I get it. We're not going too far down that rabbit hole. But in any event, so of the things, right? He will say that of items of magical power or interest that you could maybe trade for or acquire somehow. He goes, from talking to people, I've come up with about 6 of them.
Okay.
So like half a dozen or so options. First on the list for him is Dinestra of the Stag Shield. She's the Earth Priestess. She's the Arnaldan Priestess for the clan. She has a healing crystal, like a healing focusing crystal. He would probably call it something like a drop of Ronaldo's blood or maybe a drop of Chalana Aroy's blood, something like that. There is Cyril of the Blue Hill, who is Cyril Tall Standing. He's the chieftain of the Blue Hill. He has mechanically it's a spell resisting crystal, so he would call it something like probably a drop of Linkermai's blood, something like that. Mornal the Fool, right? Or Molly friend from the Queen's Retinue has what's called a double POW yielding crystal mechanically. It would be a drop of a minor god's blood, some living god's blood, undetermined. I will tell you what these things do. I just want to get the list out there first. We're going to
What was that? What was that one again?
Double POW yielding. Scribe Balmalnos, also of the Queen's Retinue, has a sensitivity crystal, so another drop of Linkermai's blood, probably. Kenharl Deersong of the Stag Shield, he's a Wind Lord of the Stag Shield, he's their foremost Thane, has a power enhancing one, so you would call that a drop of Orlan's blood, right? And then Alaro of Ahmad Hall, he's a merchant from the Ahmad tribe. Kathea, you know him actually, you recognize that name, you've talked to him before.
You?
Yep. You talked to him about the wyverns several years ago. But you recognize his name. He has an item called a Green Ring of Power. Ooh.
Ring of Power?
The Green Ring of Power.
Sounds cool.
It does sound cool.
Which clan is he?
He's of the Ahmad tribe. So one of their 3 clans, and he works out of Ahmad Hall, which is their tribal center. Cool.
Is he here?
Yeah, he'd be around. Cool. So mechanically, we're going to go through these. These are things that you would be able to find out, roughly speaking. A healing focusing crystal, basically it has a rating, and for every point of heal that you cast, it adds a point of heal to it, up to its rating. So if it was like rated at 5 and you cast heal 2, it would turn it into a heal 4. If you cast heal 5, it would turn into a heal 10. If you cast heal 6, it would only take you to 11 because its limit is 5. So very powerful. Spell resisting adds its rating to your power for resisting spells.
That one would be really worthwhile for adventuring.
It's kind of cool. Double POW yielding is like a POW crystal, but it makes its own MP. It's still alive, so instead of having MP stuff do it, it regenerates it itself at the same rate that you would. So every 24 hours, it refills its rating. Okay. Next up, sensitivity. Sensitivity reduces the cost of detect spells by 1 up to its rating times per day. It's useful for a Linkermai who learns a lot of detect spells. Power enhancing is like the healing focusing crystal for every variable spell except heal. So it's like, oh, you cast Protect 2? No, now it's Protect 4. You cast Blade Sharp 2? Now it's Blade Sharp 4. You cast Multi-Missile 2? Now it's Multi-Missile 4. Up to its rating. Obviously very powerful.
Yes.
The Green Ring of Power, make a cult lore roll for me, Soinnarios.
Is that an Ronaldo thing, since it's a green ring?
An Earth thing, yeah.
Missed it by 3.
Okay, cool. So this is what you know about it. It is a ring that gives Earth cultists who wield axes, it imbues the weight of the earth onto the weapon without making it heavier for the wielder. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, so it's like, hey, this axe weighs 50 pounds when I hit you with it, but it still only weighs 3 pounds when I swing it.
Seems like that one might be a really good one for you to go for if you can, because that would give you the kind of damage bonus that's hard for you to come up with otherwise. But I will say the spell resisting and the POW enhancing ones would be really cool too. If you want my opinion, I guess it's yours to trade though, so you do what you want. Unless you're going to trade it and gift it to me, but I didn't think you were going to do that. Nor do you need to.
Okay. I have not told you the ratings of these things, so there is an element of risk here.
So it could be a 1 or 2, or
It could be relatively weak or relatively powerful. I will tell you, this is kind of wonky, but make an evaluate roll. Just give it a try.
Is this just for Soinnarios?
You can both try.
Hey! What's my chance getting an evaluate roll?
Probably not very good.
Hey, I got base. Come on, here we go. Hey, I rolled a 23 and failed.
I failed as well.
Okay, I'm going to do you a favor.
Well, your evaluate's better than me because your knowledge bonus is better than me. How's your knowledge? Are you smarter than I am?
Man,
My POW's not that high.
Alas. Okay. That's all you know. You don't have any way of determining, just from between you, Kathea, and Chorustor, you do not know anything about how strong or weak these items are, just that they exist.
Alaro the mod's tempting.
Yep, I would think it would be. Though I have to say, if you got like the POW enhancing and then learn to blade sharp.
Yeah, no, because between blade sharp and protect.
Yep. So, I mean, of course, I don't know whether they'll trade you.
Yeah, you have no idea about any of that. You just found potentials.
Well, the one belongs to a merchant who I already have a connection with. I'm being useful socially.
Thank you.
Maybe.
Bit dice tonight.
Stupid dice. Okay, Soinnarios, how do you want to handle this?
The green ring of power is my first shot.
Okay.
Don't judge too much.
I'm not judging.
Or snicker too much.
I'm not snickering either. It's cool. Don't worry. Okay, so that's the one you're most interested in. Are you going to take Kathea with you to introduce you to this merchant, or are you just going to go?
I will take her.
Okay, cool. So we'll wait for Kathea to get back then.
Maybe not.
You just go.
You can catch up.
Okay, fair enough. All right, you go. We'll assume that she goes because player wanted to go.
Yeah.
We'll assume that he goes with you. We will Kathea will make introductions. You've maybe seen him around once or twice. He's a trader from the Ahmad. You don't really know him, but Kathea's talked to him once or twice before. So casual acquaintance. So he, says, he recognizes Kathea and is like, oh, it's good to see you again. And he introduces himself to you as well. And then once that sort of stuff dies down, he sort of gives you an expectant look.
I have this power crystal that I heard you might have something that might be a possible trade for it. A spell strengthening one or whatever.
You'd be able to explain to him what it does, basically. And then, what is it rated at?
I think 3. Yep. Spell strengthening 3.
Okay. That's cool. We are with Alaro now. He's in the room with us. We're talking to him.
Is that the
merchant?
Merchant.
Kathea introduced Soinnarios, and Soinnarios
Yay.
been going over the deal with him. He will examine the crystal that you have briefly, and then tell you that if you're interested in trading, he would be interested in trading.
You really use them on game now.
She isn't all sure, unfortunately.
No.
Burning up all your credit.
She probably already did that.
I'm going to ask him how heavy or strong the green ring would help me.
Please explain this in mechanical terms.
Right. Okay, so here's the deal. It adds damage. It has a flat bonus to damage.
Okay.
That bonus is a +2, so it's just 2 points of damage all the time.
It's not bad.
It's not bad at all.
Constant 2 points of damage is quite a bit in this, because you could still drop like your learn to blade sharp and drop it on top or something if you wanted.
Yeah, it stacks with everything. So it's just additional damage. Flat out.
Let's do it.
Cool. You will take that trade.
Yay.
Do you hesitate before you do the trade? Like, was that hesitation out of character or in character?
It may be, and I'm kind of weighing like what the other options were. I'm like, no, that's worth it. So
you hesitate in and see if he throws something else in with it.
He doesn't, but he does tell you that he's not. Like, you know him, Kathea. He tells you, like, he considers the trade a fair one. He doesn't think that one is worth more than the other, but he'll have an easier time trading the other one because more people can use it.
Yeah, it makes sense.
More damage.
An honest merchant. Cool. Okay, so
You also probably owe Core Star a favor for connecting you.
I'm connecting him, so we're even.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I didn't know about. I don't know about that in character because he didn't talk to me about it.
That's
He
true.
talked to his ex about it, not to his friend.
Right. Talk to his matchmaker capable. Like,
I'm as capable as anybody. I can matchmake anyone.
fair enough. All right. So it's going to occupy these exchanges that you've been through occupy most of your first day of the fair. We're not going to play day by day, but I don't necessarily know that we're done here either. Is there anything else you guys want to do at the fair? Are there more people you want to meet? Are there any of the clans that you want to make particular outreaches to?
I can't think of any for me unless there's something we've talked about before that makes sense. I mostly want to go around in the thing and just interact and be seen. Now that we're more powerful and more well known and all that, it'd be a good time just to go around and kind of meet with people and chat with the new people we're allowed to chat with now that we're important or more important, if that makes sense.
Oh, that makes sense. So yeah, you would spend some time over the next week talking to various, older initiates, god talkers, things like that. People who are more connected throughout the tribe. Soinnarios, is there anything you are looking to do specifically?
Nothing more specific than what we did. I guess we can try to get an audience with the queen.
That is going to happen. Do we want to handle that now and just go through it, or
Yeah.
okay, neat?
I mean, unless there's something else that Soinnarios wants to do.
Nothing that comes to mind.
We got to finish early enough that we can get through Sacred Time too.
I'd like to do that. Okay,
It's
Good.
6 o'clock.
Okay, so you two will eventually have a chance to approach Kinarella Redwine, your queen.
Yay.
She is set up in like tent, right? It has like flaps and things. As you basically Dargo would have arranged like a time basically and said like stop by around this time and then you can come in. So when you approach, there is a Babistigor cultist standing outside the tent, being to admit people, let them in and out, right?
Hey.
Though this looks like there's no iron or copper on this person, so they're probably an initiate, not Kivrella. But as you both approach, both roll listen for me. Make listen checks.
We made it.
Nice.
Hooray!
Yay.
Did you both make it?
Yes.
Okay. Put checks and listen. Okay. So as you're kind of waiting, like you're approaching, you have to wait a minute or so before you're let in. You hear two voices speaking. One of them obviously is Kinarella. Another one is a voice that takes you a moment to recognize before you realize that Soinnarios, you were listening to your mother talk. Thea, you hear the same voice and recognize it. That's your aunt.
Favorite aunt.
Right. And they're sort of like, it sounds like they're wrapping up their talking. But Soinnarios, your mother says something to the extent of like, I've been trying for a while now, and I just cannot get any people close. But if you could find some additional funding, I think I have someone that I could move. So there's an unfortunate tendency towards drunks in that part of town. And then you hear both of them chuckle, and Queen Kinarella says, "I'll consider it." And then your mother gets up, and leaves, right? And when she comes through the tent, like the Babistigor pulls the tent back. Your mother sees both of you, and she gives you like this side eye, like an arch look, and just like glances at you as she passes both of you, without really betraying anything. You may attempt an insight roll if you want to.
I would like to.
Okay.
Success.
Yes.
Okay. Soinnarios, you're not good at this necessarily. You know your mom though, and once you hear that, you're like, "Is my mom a spy? Is my mom a spy mistress?" And so, thoroughly rattled, you get to go have your meeting with the queen.
Well, luckily, we get to go, and I am completely and totally
Right?
oblivious.
You're like, "Huh, cool."
I mean, I know something's going on, but I didn't
Right.
put two and two together.
Right. So while Soinnarios deals with the emotional shock of realizing that her mom is like, I don't know, James Bond's handler or the spider or something. I don't know. Take a pick.
I'm not even putting it together as a player from the little bit we were given and
No,
what you
you're
said.
good.
So, honestly,
You're good. Okay, so you go into the tent, right? There is like a small fire. It's cold outside. There, in here are two more like Babistigor initiates, kind of flanking this like big chair, right? like a big, heavily built chair that Queen Kinrella is sitting in. She is a older woman, 40s. She's wearing heavy furs and like expensive jewelry, things like that. She has like a big accent mace propped up next to the big chair she's sitting in. And she has like some food next to her and like a cup of wine. She's a large person, not necessarily like not super portly, but a little overweight, but just big. She's just a big person. She's broad. She's tall. She's not daintily built in any way. And when you come in, like she like takes a drink from her cup and then says, "All right, say your piece then."
I will try to be somewhat succinct, but also set it up by trying to, tell her about our work with elves and all, and lead in basically the same thing I did before, except for I'll try to. It sounds like, and let her know that we're headed to Carol Finn, that they're a Shaker temple, and we would like to maybe have her blessing, and then ask if there's anything that we should know or do while we're there.
Okay, no, that sounds
The
good.
whole thing. And I'm going to try to, once again, if I need to roll pull on my clan, and probably do orate, since I'm going to do a little talk about everything we've done.
Okay,
That's
so
okay.
your tribal loyalty has been spent for the session.
Oh, I can't do it again.
You could try a different passion that you think is applicable, but not that one.
The most I could probably do is just devotion to my cult as a way to boost mood. I don't know if that would help me in here. How about
Not with her. Like
Yeah.
that would help you more if you were
right? Yep, that makes sense.
well, just try.
Yeah,
I think
so
it's a
I'm
boring
just
check, like because you're constructing like a series of arguments about what you're doing.
Yeah.
To try and convince her through like the reasoning and facts. So sounds like worried to me.
all right. Wish me luck here. I made it.
Hey, look at
In
that.
fact, I rolled a 12,
So you don't need no passions.
and I have a 48 skill. So I believe that's a special.
It should be. I think 47 is the break point. Put a check in your rate.
No, that wouldn't be
Nope, not quite. Okay.
a special. That's because wouldn't it be? It'd be. I'd need a 10 or less if I were at 50.
Yes, you're right. My bad.
Well, my bad too. I should know better. But anyhow,
No, we're good.
I made it.
Late.
I just felt happy I made it.
You're like, yay. Okay, so you get a regular success. That's good. She listens to what you're saying, and she sort of nods. She says, "I've heard most of this before, but not from you, right? Not from people who were there. So it's good to get that confirmed." She sort of swirls her drink and looks at it for a moment while she thinks. She says, I have something I was going to send to the temple anyways. I was going to send Dargo to do it, but I suppose you'll do just as well.
Okay, I'd be happy to.
So that will get you through the gates and through the doors without too much trouble. She says, I would still bring that pig. Like,
Everybody's told me to bring a pig. I'm taking a pig. Damn it. I get it. We got to take a pig.
Gotta take a pig.
Hold it. Can we kill a tusk rider and take their boar?
I mean, yeah, you could. That'd be impressive, right?
A whole herd of them. Look at us.
Yeah, so she'll consider that. Hey, Soinnarios,
Yes.
can you make for me, I think what would be most appropriate here?
Are you going to notice I'm getting played? Or is this more about your
Pick. Just make a charm check for me real quick. Tell me how it goes.
60 for 50.
Okay, so it's a failure. Okay, cool. Something happens there. You don't know what it is. So don't worry about it. You're fine. You'll probably be fine. You might be fine.
Get us to the door.
Right. I get you to the door. So yeah, after that, she kind of gives you that, and she tells you she'll basically, when you leave for Aldature, to pass through her camp, which is easy to do because she'll be primarily at the Blue Hill this year. You'll be able to get the ridge she wants delivered at that time, and that'll give you, her personal seal, a message or an item for the temple, and then that's it. That'll get you some additional sway when you approach.
Okay.
Cool. And other than that, she's not really like she doesn't make a lot of chit chat. Like she'll say a couple of things about some of the things you've been doing, that she's been, keeping an eye on your ascent, and she hopes you keep up the good work. And
Well, that's good.
Basically it.
She knows who we are now, and that's important. That was the entire point of this meeting, really. I don't really care about going to the Earthshaker Temple. We just can deliver these guys back, but we'll do it now.
Right. Cool. Okay, so that happens. Good job. The rest of the week will kind of go by with various things like you've been doing, surfing around and stuff. Soinnarios.
Yes.
What do you feel like doing with the horrible information you've learned?
Suppressing it.
I'm not thinking about it.
Quietly either confront or whatever my weather, but knowing not to do so probably during the fair.
Makes sense. Okay, so you're gonna hold on to it for now. Okay, we'll deal with it in season. Okay, cool. Make a note on your character sheet or something, or in your notes.
Oh, I did.
Okay, cool. You're like, what? All right, cool. So let's close out the fair. The Orlanthi Holy Day will happen about the middle of this, and then the fair will kind of start to wind down a little bit. You guys will continue doing what you're doing, but with less urgency. So you're kind of just hobnobbing a bit and being social and being seen and seeing people. Unless there's anyone specific that you want to meet with, we'll move on from the fair at this point. I think you've hit most of the high points. Okay, cool. So I want you guys to make seasonal skill checks for me. So you're going to pick out 4 skills from your profession and or cult that are not skills you've used already in this adventure, or that you've got to check in already from this adventure. Go ahead and do those. Go ahead and do your POW gain rolls.
I rolled exactly my tribe passion.
So how's it going, guys? How are we doing?
Listen to my intrigue to go up, and that was it.
My insight went up, and my charm and orate.
Okay, so a little smattering of social skills and not much else.
I haven't finished my last 2 cult type skills. Scan. Ooh, scan went up. I just threw it for the fun of it. And track is my last one. I was kind of picking some different ones here. Well,
it's getting unlikely to raise some of them. So
yeah, combat one. How about read write? How do I just add to that automatically? Is that the way that worked, or do I roll?
You roll a d6 minus something, or you can just roll it or add 2 to it.
I'd already roll the d6.
Okay,
so
it's d6 minus 1.
Yep. Read write. Yep.
What?
Roll.
Did you get it?
Yay! Good job.
And then I roll a 3 on the 1d3, so I get 2 points.
Oh, nice.
Oh, you went for it.
Makes
wow, that was
to gamble.
That was,
well, now that you have everything you need, it makes a little more sense to gamble.
Does that take your POW up to
20?
Or are you dumping that into?
I will.
But not yet.
Can't yet. Doesn't have a spell yet.
I did. Go ahead. I got a POW gain and I dumped it into more rune points. Assuming that was okay. There's no new spells for me to get at this point. I'm pretty sure I know them all.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, you can raise your rune points up to your
up to my power. Charisma. Which is my goal. So I have quite a few to go because I am charismatic. Even though some people don't know me, apparently, but you know.
You're charismatic. You leave an impression.
I leave an impression everywhere I go. Sometimes it's a flaming missing head, but you know.
Okay, Soinnarios, C season would be a good time to bind that elemental.
Good. I even recommended it last time.
So do I need to learn a spell and do that?
No, you don't need to learn any spells for it because you're just trying to summon it. Like, you don't need to make an enchantment to hold it because you have an MP crystal for it. I misspoke. I was thinking you need to build an enchantment for it, but you don't because you have that crystal. So it'll cover it. Okay. Other things that happen for you, Soinnarios, you can learn more about that ring you have basically through Sacred Time and the rest of Storm Season. So it is a green, like it's a copper band that has leaves on it, like patterned as like a bunch of interlocking leaves, and it has a square fitting that holds like a green piece of jade that's been polished. It fits your thumb. You figure out pretty quickly you need to wear it on your axe hand. It only works if it's touching the axe. When you hold it, it'll add +2 damage, like we talked about, to your axe's damage. So it'll do 1d8 +4 instead of 1d8 +2. If you are fighting chaos creatures, that will go up to a +3. So these rings were forged in the god time basically to help fight chaos. And yeah, their effect is pretty straightforward. Like, it's like the weapon weighs 3 pounds to you, and it weighs a multiple of that to your enemy, so it hits much harder than it should.
That's cool. I like that.
Cool, because I paid like $2 for it. I bought a supplement of like the rings of Genertala. It's Johnson's Compendium one, because I was flipping through it to see if there's anything cool in it, and when I saw that ring, I was like, "Oh, that's pretty cool. I should buy the supplement." Because I saw the rules for it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't want to just take it. Like, I was like, so I'll just buy the supplement. It wasn't expensive, and the person who makes them as a series of little like tchotchkes of various places and things, or the like minor magical items. They're pretty cool. If you're looking for something specific, they're a good thing to look through. So that's the end of dark season, basically, or
Storm season.
Excuse me, storm season. My bad. We're gonna go on to sacred time proper now. First thing we're gonna do is make a worship roll. You can boost it, blah blah blah. Put a check in it because you're almost certainly gonna succeed on it. You will get any points back that you spend, right, in sacred time. So any of your rune points that are missing, you'll get back.
This roll we're doing now is sacred time, right? We're doing a worship roll.
So you do a worship roll in sacred time, and then you will also put a check in your POW for a POW gain roll. This is just part of the worship. So you guys are going through like a 2-week ceremony where the world, you're in between calendar. Like sacred time, we call it a season. It's not a season, right? It exists outside the calendar. You are not in 1608. You are not in 1609. You are in sacred time. You come back here every year. The world frays apart a little at the seams. You guys help put it back together again by reenacting what the gods do. So it's a 2-week worship ceremony. You have different traditions of like attending the temples and doing communal rites. People have roles to play in this. You both have roles to play in this now as adults with some power behind you, where you will take part in these rituals is more than just like in the throngs. You actually have some like roles to play to help kind of restitch the world back together. So the first part of that is worship, right? Like you worship the gods, you send your power out into the cosmos, some power is returned to you.
I went ahead and did my skill check on it too, but yes, I succeeded.
Okay, cool. Next up is Hero Quest. We did not plan a Hero Quest for this year, so we won't be doing Hero Quest this year.
Okay.
Third step is the harvest. We apply previous omens and things. As far as I remember,
We had a huge bonus for harvest, right?
you had an
Huge
excellent
bonus.
harvest the year before, so you still get a +10 bonus to the roll. There were no raids and invasions. The omens were, I don't think, either way on this one. So you should just roll at a +10, basically.
Is that you, Soinnarios, or am I still getting stuck doing this after I screwed it up?
No, the
once?
harvest roll is for scenarios.
Okay. Well, we did one for the clan. Oh, that was the clan thing.
Yeah, you'll have omens, yeah. So,
Do I have to roll my own harvest, or is that done by my brother
oh, this is just to determine the harvest results.
for the whole clan?
So I had +10.
You had +10.
So I rolled a natural 88 to the 98.
Oh, wow. So it's just a superlative harvest.
That's a great harvest.
So I need to write some stuff down.
But yeah,
They use those high rolling dice for good.
there you go.
Spend all those skill checks. And
Okay, that's
skill
good.
checks.
That's a good thing you did there. Okay, so the harvest results are superlative. So the harvest is incredible. You have a great harvest, bumper crops, all that stuff. Wonderful. The fields are full and ripe. All the little animals are happy. Everything goes well. You haven't lost a lot to spoilage from the previous year. So that helps bolster the harvest. Basically, you have deeper reserves than usual. I think that you were starving, just if like you were like almost in danger of starving several years ago, right? Like farming, guys, it has its ups and downs.
Yeah, we tried to fix everything and got in trouble for it.
Just a little trouble. You
I'm
got
still-
some
I'm still-
praise too, but you only remember the trouble part. So, all right, next up is adventurer income. We will determine adventurer income, all right? So,
All right.
first up, you roll whatever is reasonable on your occupational table. Scenarios, you will be rolling for each hide of land with your manage household skill. Kathea, you'll just be rolling one of your bolded warrior skills.
Thought you made me use battle before,
Probably
but that's not.
battle. Yeah, that's probably the only one that's bolded, but yeah.
It's not even bolded on my character sheet, but
Okay.
I think I only have cult ones bolded. Oh
Well-
yeah, because I think I only bolded ones I need for root and
Right.
board.
It's bolded in the book, like the
Yeah,
professional description. Okay, now remember, your roll is not modified by harvest result modifiers.
I just roll.
Right, you just roll.
I succeeded.
Okay, good. So you get the standard 60. Scenarios, start rolling through your hides.
I'm figuring out my overall bonus.
Okay. It's should be your skill check plus 75.
And plus,
10 for one of the hides will have a shrine on it and it'll get an additional bonus.
okay, and I have my blessed crops
Okay.
for all 5 hides.
Yes. You'll have to calculate that part yourself. I don't keep track of your rune
Yep.
spells. All
I
right.
know.
It's gonna
Well,
be stupid, right? You're just gonna get a lot of specials.
I added my 60 to my character sheet. I'm done.
Did you tithe out of it?
Do I have to tie out of that?
It's your
Two?
income. After you get your income, then you pay cult ties. The adventurers should now pay cult ties from their occupation income.
Whatever.
It's right.
I still got 189 lunars in
You have a
cash.
lot of money.
That's not poor.
No, it's not. It's almost a year's worth of noble living.
And I don't have enough. I don't really have anything to spend it on.
Yeah, that's true.
How much does the shrine give on the one?
The shrine, I want to say 10, but let me look it up. Can you do the other ones first while I
Yeah.
look it up? Okay, cool. Oops, sorry. It's go ahead and do the other ones while I'm reading.
We got a regular and 2 specials so far.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so the shrine actually gives a bonus to your worship rolls, not to your harvest rolls, from what I can tell.
And 18 out of 205 is probably only a special still.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then another regular at 92.
Okay.
It's not nice to roll like a 92 and go, yeah, I just succeeded.
Doesn't suck. Okay, so how did you do overall?
Uh,
Like how many of each? I apologize. You were reading them off. I was still looking at the rules. So
2 regulars and 3 specials.
2 regulars and 3 specials. Okay, so the 2 regulars are going to give you your base income. That's going to be 40 lunars each. They generate 80, but the Carls get half of it. Okay, so you'll get 40 lunars each for those 2. You will get 60 lunars each for the next 3 because the specials are half again.
I'm at 234 if I tithe 10%. Then I net 34 to pay to still be a noble.
Right. Yeah, because the next step is paying for your standard of living. Kathea, you don't have to do that because you're a Thane supported by your clan. Soinnarios should do because you're a noble. So
If you're paying my living.
yeah, basically, you're helping with that for sure. So that happens. Okay, next up, any weapons or shields that are damaged or repaired. That doesn't really matter.
I believe the one of us that uses a shield the most does not have damage to a shield.
Not
Having
usually, yeah.
really
next-
good math.
Next up, both of you will get 1 year older.
Ah,
Yeah.
That's step 5, aging. So congratulations. Step 6, family roles. I'll handle some of these after the session to the extent that they're meaningful. I'll look after them. So it's that. Step 7, omens for next year. Kathea, would you please roll omens on page
I don't know if I
421?
want to. I don't know if I want to.
Ask you if you wanted to.
Are we adding a bonus to this?
There's never a bonus to the omens. The gods will what they
All right.
will.
All right. I rolled a 67.
A 67?
Yep.
Okay.
normal.
That's normal omens. So you get a mix of good and bad omens. There's you see some difficulties ahead, but also some room for benefits and things. Nothing too out of the ordinary.
Yay.
Okay, go ahead and make skill check, POW gain check for the sake of your time. Soinnarios, I'm aware that you're very unlikely to get one, but go ahead and make it.
You might. You have a 5% chance. You can improve your skill too. I did manage to improve my skill. My Worship Your Lord is now my highest skill.
Nice.
Well, unadjusted. No, it's actually higher than my composite bow skill, even with
Wow.
bonus.
Look at you. So devoted.
I am.
Neither mine go up.
Okay. Makes sense. The POW gain roll was a long shot.
You never know.
Very well.
Yeah, but you never know. It's worth rolling. There's no penalty.
It'll get your chances will improve here shortly.
Yeah, that's
Hopefully.
true. You
Well,
should. You can't meaningfully fail becoming a god talker of a grand goddess.
At which point you become that moves your POW cap up to 25, just like a priest,
No.
right?
It doesn't
Oh, it
change
doesn't.
your cap at all. No, priests don't change your cap either. It gives you a bonus to your roll. You get to
Okay.
10 that your POW can go higher, but it
But
still
you can't-
caps at 21. It's just that you can never have worse than like
20%
5%
chance.
or something. Yeah, so
Okay.
still useful, but
Yep.
there was a bunch
Very
of
useful.
All right, guys. So that's the end of Sacred Time. We have left 1608 in the dirt. We are now in 1609. When we play the next session, we will be starting in C season of 1609. If there's anything that you guys would like to do with 1609, please let me know before the next session so I can work on it a little bit. You don't have to do it right now, but just in the future. We're running a little over time, so I'd like to wrap this one up. But that's where we're at. So we've gotten through the year, and we will pick it up in the next one.
Excellent. That was fun.